Be honest, do you actually know your body type? Or are you just winging it, buying what you feel like, guessing based on what you wish your body type was? Because wearing the wrong silhouettes for your body will make even the most expensive outfits look a little bit off, let's say. But the minute you understand how to dress your shape, everything changes. So dress or thrift like a stylist, but first, what's your body image? Hi guys, welcome back to Model Image. If it's your first time, hi, my name is Rochelle. So today I really wanted to break down the 4 main body types, and more importantly, if you answered no to my earlier question, then it's helping you to find out what your body type is without overcomplicating it. Because as women, our body types may change with age or, after childbirth, and you haven't really thought about it since, and especially after childbirth and different changes in life, you're wondering why what you normally wear doesn't fit you right anymore or doesn't look like you anymore. So I really wanted to take the time to do this year before I go into styling and putting things on. I get a lot of comments about how easy it looks, but it becomes easier once you know your body type. And this is not a negative connotation in labeling your body one way or another. It's just understanding your shape. It's just about learning how to dress your body in a way that makes it always look balanced, intentional, and expensive. So I just wrapped up my trends video, parts 1 and 2. If you haven't seen those, I'll link them below so you can check them out. What I'm looking forward to for spring and for the rest of the year, breaking down the trends that I am loving. But one mistake that a lot of women make, which I don't want you to focus just on the trends and completely forget about your proportions. Because regardless of if you're wearing trends or if you're sticking to classic pieces, proportions make all the difference. And just to be clear, body type is not about your weight. Your body type is about how your shoulders, your waistline, and your hips relate to each other. And once you can look at your body and see clearly what your body type is, what your proportions are, you no longer have to ask, does this look good? You'll be able to look in the mirror and clearly see what you're looking at, and you will know that you look good. So the 4 main body types you've heard of before, I'm sure. It is the hourglass, the pear, the apple, and the rectangle. So the first one, and this is the one we tend to try to emulate because it is the most balanced body type, and it's the hourglass. Now, how the shoulders and hips relate to each other is they're usually the same width. For instance, when you look at the hourglass, the old-fashioned hourglass, you realize that it's a perfect alignment of the shoulder and hip in terms of where they end. The hourglass shape comes in when the waist is narrower in proportion to a balanced shoulder and hip relation. The key sign, I guess you could say, your waistline is the star of your body. Good for you. Now, to be clear again, you can be a size 2 or a size 20 and still be an hourglass figure if your shoulders and hips relate in this way. Now, if you are an hourglass, you do have the advantage of showing off your figure. Now, going into the oversized clothing may not be the best proportions for you. I know I tend to love an oversized. It depends on how you feel, your mood. But if you are trying to accentuate your figure, create that balance in your body type, then oversized clothes just won't do that for you. I say embrace your waistline. Anything you can throw on that emphasizes your waist, it's gonna automatically elevate your look. Moving into the pear shape, once I thought this was me because I'm more of a curvy girl, so I thought I was pear shape when I looked in the mirror. But when you do that evaluation of shoulders compared to hips, then I realized that that is actually not me. With the pear shape, your shoulders and your hips are more what they call a triangle because your shoulders are a little in and you carry your visual weight in your hips, giving you that fuller, rounder, lower body ratio. That is your tell that you are more of a pear shape. One of the common issues you may have experienced as a pear shape is those jeans fit those hips, but there's a gap in the back of your jeans. It's also a little tight on your thighs, based on standard jeans sizes. And what a lot of women do is they try to hide their hips. I love hips. But don't do that. I love hips. Why would you do that? But one way to create that balance is you're able to wear a lot more statement tops, flowier tops, even boxy tops, and that will create a balanced proportion to your hip section, mimicking that hourglass balance. So an easy way, without thinking about it, to balance your proportion is just bringing that attention more upwards, because the hips take care of themselves. Next up is the apple shape. Now this arguably is the hardest shape to balance, arguably. And that's because the proportion of your shoulders to your hips is that your shoulders are wider than your hips. Also, for persons who have a more extended waistline, it's harder to define that waist to get a balance between the top and lower halves, but have no fear, the balance can be achieved. Now with the apple shape, you may also find that your arms and legs are a little slimmer compared to the rest of your midsection, which carries that mass, but there are other areas to accentuate. For instance, your legs, a nice A-line mini skirt, if you still wear a mini, or circus skirt, will help to balance out your shoulders by wearing more volume on the hip section, and that will create that balance for you. And there are ways to define your waistline without having to hide a larger midsection. There's still ways to create that visual waistline, again with wearing more volume, maxi skirts, wide leg pants. Creating that volume in the bottom will definitely balance out the shoulders and create the balance for the apple shape. The next shape is your rectangular shape. I'm your prime suspect for that. And the relationship between your shoulders, waistline, and hips is almost the same. You know, so it gives you that rectangular, very linear look, or what they call straight up and down, which may not be an exact match. And again, whether you're a size 2 or a size 22, if your shoulders and hips are about the same width, as well as your waistline not giving a shoulder accent or a hip accent, then you know that you are more of a rectangular body type. Have no fear, we can still have a lot of fun with our rectangle. For the rectangle body type, we can have a little fun with just making sure that we're maintaining that waistline. So a lot of the style rules for the apple shape, wearing fuller volume, we can afford to create volume on top and on bottom to get that balance, as long as we're nipping the waistline in. We are using the full length of the canvas for us. If you've seen a lot of my dressing where I do want to put that waistline in, even if I'm wearing a very straight bodycon dress, just putting a little belt in the center gives that illusion of a nipped in waist and a more balanced body structure. So if we're wearing slimline clothing, we can create that visual waistline with a belt, but we can also have fun by creating volume on top, balancing it out with the bottom. We create how much balance we want. So depending on the volume we're putting on top, we have to create the same amount of volume on the bottom to match whatever we're putting on top. And that is what's going to create that balance for rectangular body types like mine. So now that we've gone through the 4 main body types, and already you've started to think about what your body looks like. But a lot of people skip this part, and this is the most important part. You have to really get the measurement. So put on some fitted clothing, leggings, a tank top, and go stand in front of a mirror and take a photo. When you look back at that photo, really assess it. How do your shoulders relate to your hips? Are they the same proportion? Do you have a nipped in waist? You can, instead of sometimes looking in the mirror, it doesn't really tell you what you want to see. So take that photo, then you can really assess the relationship of your shoulders, hips, and waistline. Questions you can ask is, are my shoulders wider or narrower than my hips, or are they about the same? Where do I carry my weight? Is it in my midsection or is it in my hips? Do I have a defined waist or don't I? Don't overthink it. You're just looking for your dominant proportion, not perfection. This is not picking yourself apart. Don't worry if you don't fit exactly into one body type or the next. Some women are a mix of body types. For instance, someone with a rectangular shape like mine but has really athletic shoulders, you may be able to implement some of the style rules of the apple shape, because now your shoulder proportion is a dominant aspect even though it's aligned with your hips, if that makes sense. So the point here is not to squeeze yourself into a box. It's just about learning your proportions so that you can dress smarter, and then you can go shopping and thrifting like a pro. If you have never analyzed your body like this, then take this as your sign to just do a little activity for you and just go answer those little questions in your mind today. And let me know in the comment section if, one, your body type has changed from what it used to be or what you thought it was, or if this brought you any further clarity and, you know, it's starting to make sense into how your clothes are fitting based on what you expect it to look like. The thing is, once you know what your body shape is, then shopping becomes easier, your outfits look better, and you stop wasting your money on things that were never gonna work in the first place. With that said, look out for part 2 where I break down exactly what to wear for each body type. And if you had any specific style question after you've done your little body assessment that you specifically wanted me to answer in the next video, please let me know in the comment section. So guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I've been wanting to do this video for quite a while as really a jumping off board for anything styling. It will make so much more sense once you really understand your body type. Please feel free to chit chat with me in the comments, and if you haven't yet subscribed, I'd love for you to join the family. And if you did like this video, please give it a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.